Welcome to Introspective Illumination. My name is Leslie, and today I will be performing a reading about what's coming in December. So I'd like you to pick one of these cards. This will be pile 1, 2, and 3. You can either pick based on looking at the cards or at one of the crystals. This is multifluorite, this is selenite, and this is citrine. I'll give you about a minute to choose and we will get started. Hello, pile number 1. So this is if you chose this first card or the multifluorite crystal. So first card we have here is envy. So what I'm already feeling from this is maybe in December you might have an envious feeling of someone else or wanting what someone else has. For some of you, it's going to be the other way around, where someone is envious of you, but I'm really feeling this is very focused on material items and this feeling of envy toward what other people have or what someone in particular has. And especially with December, right? So we have Christmas coming up for those that celebrate or any other holidays, and a lot of that is commercially based, right? We're buying gifts, we're going to dinners, we're doing things. And so you may be feeling that you're envious of how much money someone has or what they're able to provide for their families, or maybe a dress that they're wearing to a Christmas party, whatever it is. Recognize that envy, jealousy is a normal human emotion we're all going to feel. I feel like we've all kind of shielded those things from ourselves. So we're almost hiding from our negative emotions, like they always have to be bad. So you can say, okay, I'm envious that they have this thing. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? I shouldn't feel this way. I have so much. There's so many more people that don't have what I have. I'm such a horrible person. And we kind of go in the spiral, and it doesn't need to be that way. Spirit is wanting me to remind you that you are a human and you're having a human experience, and part of the human experience are negative emotions, what we consider negative, and learning to work through those and see the flip side of those things. And that's what you're being asked to do in December, is despite this envious feeling you may be having toward others, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. So for example, what I'm being called to give the message about is, let's say that you see someone has this thriving career, they're an entrepreneur, they're doing wonderful, and you want that too, and you're feeling jealous, you're feeling envious of what they have. That in and of itself, that's totally normal to feel, and it's okay. You have permission to feel that way. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. What you're being asked to do is then use that in a positive way. So you can say, okay, I'm going to kind of simmer in my feelings. I'm going to have my feelings, and then go, okay, well, what about the situation am I envious of? Is it the money? Is it they work for themselves? Is it they seem like they have this great life on Instagram? And you can use, once you examine why you feel envious, as a motivation for yourself. So if you say, you know what, I would love to work for myself, making 6 figures a year, use that as instead of going the envy is bad, saying, wow, I really like what they have and I want to have that too. And I'm going to work on that for myself. And it doesn't have to take away from anyone else, because there's plenty of abundance in this world, despite what we've been conditioned to think. There's plenty for everyone. There is no limit. And that's what I'm being called to tell you guys, is there is no limit. Sky's the limit. Just keep going. Someone else can have the same thing that you want, and you can both have it and thrive. So you can use this feeling of envy actually in a good way to get clear on what you want, on your goals for the upcoming year. Okay, we got all kinds of stuff falling out here. And it does feel very material based. And that, again, that's okay. I feel like some of you, are feeling almost guilty that you have this material desire. And that's also totally normal, okay? Because we're humans. We live on a planet where money and material items are just a normal day-to-day thing that we experience, and it's okay to want those things too. Okay, so I'm kind of just feeling like bringing through whatever you're going through. It's okay to feel those things. You know, it's just important to not feel bad about feeling bad, because that just makes things worse, and to really learn to flip it and learn from it in whatever way that is for you. Okay. So we have woman holding a coin. So this for me really confirms that it's monetary. And again, that's okay. There's no issue with that. We have door to romance, the world, indecision, first chakra, Archangel Michael, third chakra, Archangel Shamuel, and angel of strength. So you have a lot of support coming in December. And I think where some of this is coming from is, especially with this envy, this money, call on Archangel Michael to help you feel safe. Maybe you're feeling like insecure or unsafe. Maybe you're going to struggle to provide gifts for your family this Christmas. Call upon him to bring back in that feeling of safety and protection we just have in ourselves, because we are supported and we're loved by the divine. And he can help bring that sense of security back to you, without needing necessarily the monetary piece, which again, it's not bad to want that, but sometimes we can let that take away our power and we don't need to let it do that, right? We can use that as a goalpost or a way to say, okay, I'm going to work toward this goal, but we don't want it to take away from our sense of safety and security. So call upon Archangel Michael to kind of ground back into that feeling of protection that you have, regardless of if someone has something you want or you're not going to be able to do exactly what you want this holiday season. I'm also being called to Archangel Shamuel, which is going to be the archangel of love and self-love. And we also have the door to romance here. So I'm feeling two things coming through. So since this is general, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So for some people, this is very much about self-love, romancing yourself, getting back into touch with yourself this month. I'm getting this feeling of like you're going to be really busy. It's the holidays. And you're going to need to take that time for yourself to touch back in with yourself and do that self-care. For some of you though, I am feeling like this is a new relationship connection, and working with Archangel Shamuel will help you open your heart back up to romance. I feel like some of you have shut that off. And if you see in this image of this card is this door opening, and you're going to have to kind of like walk through toward that romance. And even here we have a heart in a cage, right? And with a lock. So there's still going to be layers that you'll need to work through to accept this. But Archangel Shamuel, if you work with him, he will definitely help you work through some of that energy you have about romance and being afraid. Some of it may be linked to the monetary, where you feel like you don't have enough to offer this person you're interested in. Maybe they make more money than you do, or you think that they do. And you really need to come back into loving yourself and who you truly are, because we're all worthy of love, regardless of how much money we make, right? Like, we're all worthy of that. Money is a man-made construct that we've decided we either put people on a pedestal or tear them down because of it. And getting back in touch with yourself and who you truly are, regardless of monetary possessions, what's in your bank account, will help you bring that romance back into your life. When this indecision card, so I'm just going to listen here. I feel like you're faced with a decision to make this next month, and you may feel like you're not sure which way to go. But I'm being called to tell you either way you pick is the right way. I think a lot of times we agonize over things that we don't really need to, because you're going to end up going where you need to go regardless. So just trust your intuition, trust your gut. If you've ever looked into human design, you can look into that further to see how to best trust yourself to know what decision to make. But I'm being called to tell you that it doesn't matter which way you choose to go, you're going to end up in this beautiful place, because we have the world here, and you're going to end up where you should be regardless of which way you go. And you can also call upon, I believe it's Archangel Ariel, I could be saying that wrong, but the angel of strength, to call in and help you in this process with having the strength to make a decision, having the strength to love yourself, and kind of work through some of these things that are coming up in the next month. So I'm going to pull some more cards to get a little bit more specific here. These are hard to shuffle because there's so many. Okay, let those come out. I'm feeling like this one and this one. Okay, and this one. Okay, so we have Bear, danger, especially in money matters. So like I was talking about this whole time, money. You're going to feel like you're in danger. Again, call in Archangel Michael, call in your angel of strength to help you feel safe and grounded, where, you know, this energy definitely feels like it's more in your head than anything. But even if there is some real danger with maybe struggling to pay bills, call them in to help you with that process, and even say, hey, I need you to help me at least make this bill so I feel safe and secure. Mountain, major challenge to overcome. Yeah, I feel like this money stuff is definitely going to be a big thing this month for you, but I don't feel like this mountain is insurmountable. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. So I feel like for most of you, that's you, not somebody else outside of you. I'm really stubborn too, so I get it. So again, call in Archangel Chamuel to help you move through some of this energy and understand that we're not always right, is what I'm hearing. And it's just funny because I'm the same way. Dog, far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. So this may be where some of this romance comes in, is maybe you have a friend that has maybe had feelings for you and they've not really said anything. And that could be really beautiful to come in, but I feel like you're going to be so overwhelmed with this other stuff that you're not going to see it. And it's important to work through it so you recognize it. We have April. I don't know why, but I immediately thought of this as someone's name instead of the season. So that may be, only significant to some of you, but the name April, for whatever reason, is standing out. So this might be this friend or a romance, or maybe a coworker, a siblings coming through really strong, or maybe your name. Dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So this could go back to our romance card as this romance that wants to come into your life this next month. But again, you're going to have to work through some of this, because I feel like your focus is really going to be on like money and challenges and being stubborn and I know the best way. And you're going to have to work through that to get to the world and the romance. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Exactly. So this is where you're going to end up, this sunrise, this world, once you work through that. And I don't feel like this is insurmountable stuff. But I do feel like it's going to be something you're going to need to call in the angels to help you with, because you're really struggling. Marriage. So this romance could lead to marriage for some of you. And I'm going to pull one more card here so we get... Actually, I want to pull three more. I want to get some more information here. So we have Lion, time to act. So that could be back to that indecision where you're feeling like you have to make a decision between things, and just making the decision and trusting you're on the right path. We have Nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. And I definitely feel like also financially secure, which obviously we all want that, right? That makes sense, especially during this time of year, to have the emotions that you feel safe to celebrate the holidays with family, that you feel safe to, splurge and have those memories. And then Kite, vacation. That's actually really interesting. So what I'm feeling like for some of you, and again, this is going to be a small portion, is this vacation is going to take place in April. And I feel like it's going to be with this new romance or even the friend. But I'm feeling like for those of you that the dark man really resonates and this romance really resonates, like an outside romance, that these three are going to come together here and you're going to go on this vacation with this person in April. So I'm actually going to pull a couple love cards. I did a love reading for the next month into January based on zodiac signs. So you can go over there and watch that to get more specifics, to kind of narrow down the message. But I did want to pull some love cards for the month of December. So let's pull this. We're going to pull 3. Okay. So we have look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. So I think this goes back to the money insecurity and yeah, just not feeling other people have things that you want and you don't know how to get them. And that's coming back to that self-love too. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So I feel like this too goes back to that romance card we got, the Dark Man card. Allowing nature to take its course. And I'm even again drawn to this April card and like the spring is like, it's going to be this, like this almost thawing of your heart to let this in, this love. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Yeah, like we're all worthy of that. Right where we are, regardless of finances or whatever else, we're all worthy of that. And I do feel like some of you are definitely going to be having that outside love coming in, actually most of you, or a rekindling of a relationship or even a close friendship where you can feel that love energy. So I want to go ahead and pull an animal card for the month. And all the decks will be linked below. So we have the bee, which also reminds me of springtime, right? On a flower with the sun. So fertility, abundance, creativity, propagation, strong connections to home and family, accomplishing tasks in a timely manner, tasting the sweet nectar of life. Yeah, so we have this message of time coming in through this, like the waiting, accomplishing in a timely manner. And we also have the strong connections to home and family. So I feel like you are going to be able to tap more into that nectar of life, that loving energy, the feeling of abundance once you let go of some of this control you're feeling over your money situation and let go of some of that like looking outside of yourself and more looking inward. And then I want to pull one final message. Let go of all aversions, meet every challenge, and flow with life. Yeah, so again, we're going to feel negative things and challenging things are going to come up in our lives. And that's part of the point of living, is to work through those and to feel those feelings and to learn our lessons and meet those challenges head on, meet that mountain head on. You've got this. Just, work with the angels to help you out. You are safe, you are held, even if things don't feel that way, okay? So I hope that was helpful. Please subscribe and I will see you next time. Pile number 2, so this is if you chose the second card or the selenite. So first got here, cornucopia. So definitely feeling a lot of abundance for you guys in December. Let's get some more information here. Yeah, especially with the cornucopia, a lot of, I think of food. So maybe some really nice holiday meals with family. Let's see here. I'm feeling a lot of appreciation for what you have, a lot of gratitude, which is beautiful. Definitely brings a lot more joy to our lives when we're grateful for what we have. It's of course okay to look ahead and strive for things, but also being in that gratitude uplifts your vibration and actually makes it easier to bring more good things into our lives. We'll put one more. Okay. So we have Door to Romance, 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, financial constraints, adjacent possibilities, patience, deceit, and third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. Okay. Let me just tap into this here. All right. So what I'm feeling like is maybe you're feeling, the first feelings I get, right, are of gratitude and feeling abundance. And this feels like despite the sense of lack. So in this image of this card, we have a cupboard that has a few things in it, but there's like cobwebs and it's mostly empty. But I'm feeling like what you're focusing on are the few coins that are in there instead of what isn't there. So you're really focusing on, I feel like this is something you've been working on. Like you're really focusing on what you have, not what you don't have. And that's helping you bring this sense of abundance to you, even though maybe you don't have every single thing that you want. And that's also beautiful because like I said, when you have that abundance, when you have that feeling of gratitude and abundance, even though maybe you don't have exactly every single thing you want, it makes it easier. You're on that higher vibration to bring in more of what you want. Immediately when I pulled this deceit card and I saw this man, although he's looking out, I immediately felt like he was looking at this. So you might be feeling this month like maybe some deceit around money, or specifically what's coming through for just some of you. So again, general reading, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, is you were supposed to get a bonus you didn't end up getting. That's very specific coming through, and you're feeling like you were deceived. But what you're going to do in this process, and what you're being encouraged to do, is just focus on what you have instead of what you don't have. Because what I'm hearing is this is going to be worked out. You just have to have patience because this is going to sort itself. You don't have to like retaliate or anything like that. You don't have to dwell on that negative energy. The universe is taking care of this for you, but you are going to feel some of that restraint and deceitful and some of that coming in this month, and that's okay. It's all going to work out for you. And what I'm hearing with this is see the other options, see the other possibilities. So this could be around maybe this financial constraint with this person you feel like was deceiving you, where you find another way to get what you need for the holiday season, whether it's gifts or food or whatever you celebrate, or even if you don't, that see the other options that the divine is bringing in for you, because there are other ways to go about getting what you need that maybe you haven't noticed yet. They are bringing these in for you. So they want to bring your attention to looking outwards instead of looking in. So kind of not looking at this situation so much and focusing on, okay, what are some other options for me since I'm not getting this bonus from this one source that I thought I was. And for some of you, so the first pile, I also pulled Chamuel and Door to Romance. So if you felt called to the first one, you're welcome to watch that one as well. I'm feeling like this holiday season, romance is not going to be, it's not a negative. It's not going to be like you're struggling or you want it. It feels like you're going to have that abundance of love also in your life, whether it's from family or friends, and also a romantic partner, which is very beautiful. I normally don't pull the book on this deck, but I'm feeling like for the archangels I need to, because I feel like there's something coming through that's a little bit different. So let's pull here. So we're going to pull Chamuel first. Yeah, so this is saying when this card appears upright, it indicates that an increased enthusiasm is present or soon to be on its way. It's a great time to move toward the completion of your desires. Your life force is vibrating with power and resonance, and your soul is calling you to direct your energy in a focused, purposeful manner. This angel of power is with you now, so go for it. So I feel like this is directly tied. So we have, since it's the solar plexus chakra, but we have a lot of golden yellow energy. We have a lot of golden yellow energy. And I can feel that enthusiasm of moving toward your desires and focusing your energy in a purposeful way, where you're focusing on what you have, not what you don't have, on the good things, not on the bad things. And this is really going to open all these doors to these other possibilities, because you're kind of letting go of some of that control and just moving toward what matters to you. And then we're going to pull the next one. So Archangel Gabriel. Right. So I feel like the message coming through on this section, because of course these books have a lot more in them than just, but what I'm being called toward is the phrase of be aware that true communication includes how you speak to yourself. So never deny your profound integral value. Speak up for yourself, write in your journal, let your words flow. Now is the time to express yourself freely and fully, and the universe always honors your choice to do so. So what I'm feeling like with this is you can freely express yourself around, as again, the Christmas bonus thing is coming in very strong. You can express yourself around the situation and then let it go. Like express it and then just focus on what you have, what you want. And again, it's going to open up these possibilities, and it might take some time. I'm very drawn to this clock. So it might take a little bit of time for you to see these other possibilities of how to bring in this money, but it's coming. And so just, let the speak true and then move on is what I'm hearing. So don't dwell in it and get focused in it. So I'm going to pull some more cards. Okay, definitely these two. Definitely getting some of the same ones again from the first pile, which does happen because we all have similar things to learn in our lifetime here. So let's pull some more. Okay. So we have April. Cup, you should accept valid criticism. Dog, far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. Older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. This feels like it's that person that you're feeling that like deceitful energy from for some of you. Rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over. Pin, new job, career. So this could definitely be around this bonus. Maybe you decide to get a new job. Maybe you've been holding off, for some of you, like holding off on taking another job somewhere else because you felt this sense of loyalty and you've been with this company, and maybe this situation is going to call you to move on. But this most difficult part of a situation is over. I feel like this thing that's happening, you already know it's coming, and that's the worst of it, and better things are on their way. Dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. February. Hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. And that's where we want to call in our angels. Turkey, someone is behaving stupidly. I feel like for a lot of you, this is what you're saying about this person that's you want to like speak freely to and about is like, I'm hearing jive turkey. Oh my gosh. And then sunrise, new creative ideas, new venture, fresh start. Yeah, so this fresh start for a lot of you, I feel, is career and job, because these people kind of like screw you over and you're like, okay, I'm out. I've had something else on the table. I'm just going to go for it. You guys don't appreciate me and I'm out of here. That's what I'm really feeling for a lot of you. Yeah, so that's a lot of you. And that's, again, like I was talking about the Christmas bonus, and all of this ties together. So this friend that's thinking of you, I feel like this is the person you can reach out and ask for a helping hand. And they might have some criticism of you, like, you really shouldn't have stayed at that job that long. You know your value is better. And that's what I'm feeling like. This isn't criticism like, okay, you're blah, 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 blah. I feel like this is that loving criticism, like, you're worth more than this. Why did you accept this kind of treatment for so long? This job thing is really coming through for December for you guys. So I feel like this friend is kind of going to give you a little bit of that tough love, but at the same time, give you that support that you need to move on in this new adventure, because a lot of new beautiful things are coming in for you. And so with February and April, this could be around the time that you maybe start the new job, or with both of those months coming in. So we have February, which is we're in winter, and then April is we're wrapping it up. So this feels, instead of more specifically the months, where again, if these months are significant for you, that's what that is. We have a general reading, but I feel like this is more of an energy of this image of this cloud blowing, like I feel like you're blowing away the clouds to make the sun so you can see the sunrise, and you're going to have this beautiful renewed energy like it's springtime is more what's coming through than specifically the months. And I feel like some of you, maybe your new boss is going to be this dark woman, or what I'm hearing is like your new mentor at a new job. So again, kind of look at these and take what resonates, since this is a general reading. Not every single thing is going to be for each person, but take a look at these and kind of get the messages. I'm really feeling strongly to encourage you to look at these cards and bring through whatever messages pop out for you specifically. So I'm going to pull some love cards. I did do a love reading for December into January based on zodiac signs. So if you want more specific information on this, go ahead and watch that video. I'll link it. And then you can get kind of more of a specific love reading. But I'm going to just pull some cards for you guys about love this month too. So we have, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you shared with those you love. Yeah, and that's, again, where you're focusing on what you have instead of what you don't have. And a lot of that is this internal love, this beautiful energy you have around you. And this is just a reminder that, like, that is what we're supposed to be doing as much as possible, right? We're still human. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Yeah. So for those of you where this romance card is, I feel like a lot of you, it's more like a renewed romance or a renewed connection, is you need to speak freely, speak your truth and not hold back, and find that balance between giving and taking. I think for a lot of us can be hard. And I also feel like for a lot of you, that's what you experienced in this job, is where you gave. And they took, and there wasn't an equal balance there. And that's important to have in all areas of our life. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, excuse me, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Yeah, so this is just a shifting cycle that you're in. And it's actually a beautiful thing, because when we let go of those things that no longer serve us, we bring in better things than we ever could have imagined. So let's pull an animal totem card for the month. Ooh, okay, I don't think we need 3. I do think the hawk is the one for you though. All right, hawk. Perched high above, you peer down on the world below. Zero in on your target, then act swiftly with a mighty force. You have the ability to soar to vast heights. Yeah, so this is really asking you to be perceptive, to focus in your energies where you want them to go. When we were talking about Archangel Chamuel and going for your desires, like, figure out what you want and go for it. That's what this is coming through very strongly. And I'll pull one more card here. You are supported and will have helpers whenever you need them. Let them come. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling like it's this friend that maybe you haven't talked to in a while, or you haven't been completely open with about what's going on with this job thing or whatever it is for you, because maybe you're a little ashamed and know that they're going to give you that tough love. Let them help you. Let the support come in from your angels. We all need support. Sometimes we're the helper, and sometimes we're the helpee, right? Sometimes we need the help, sometimes we give the help. And in December, you're the one that is going to receive the help. And that's beautiful. So I hope that was helpful. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. So this is if you chose the 3rd card or the citrine. And I apologize for the light here. The sun's setting, so we're going to get some different light. So we have caring connections. That's very beautiful. Yeah, when I'm looking at this, when I see this image, what I'm getting the impression of is someone looking out for you when you need it the most. And that's amazing. I think we all need that, especially around the holidays when things are really crazy. And this could be romantic for some of you. I do feel like it is. And for others of you, this is your family. Specifically, what's coming through for some of you is you might be a mom and you're kind of the one that does everything all the time. I feel like most moms end up doing that, right? And you're gonna have maybe your partner or your kids or just your family step up and really help you out this month. when things are more stressful. And I'm being told to tell you, you have to ask for the help because they want to give it. It's just sometimes people aren't aware how stressed we are or how much we have to do unless we tell, right? So I'm being called to tell you guys, ask for the help from the people around you because they do want to help you. They do care. They do love you. So let's flip over the rest of these. Okay. So again, general reading, so this isn't for everyone, but I'm feeling like in the month of December, some of you might be dealing with this broken heart energy. So it feels like maybe a relationship ended, a romantic relationship, and this is going to be your first holiday without them, and you really relied on them, or you kind of had all these things planned and it abruptly ended. And you're feeling a lot of anxiety around this, maybe some depression. You feel this, I feel like you're distracted. And again, this isn't for everyone. So this is, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But those of you that this resonates with, I'm feeling like you're going to be, hold on, I'm just listening here. You're going to move through this energy in December. And I'm not saying it's going to go away completely, but as you surround yourself with the people that you have in your life that you love, this anxiety and this brokenhearted energy are going to move out of your life this month. And you might be facing, again, something specific coming through. You might be facing some indecision about holiday plans. I feel like for some of you, what's coming through, again, very specific. You had a trip booked with this person to go somewhere for the holidays, and you're facing the indecision of, do I go by myself or do I just take the loss and stay home? And I'm hearing go on the trip. I think that for some of you, this is going to pull in a new love connection. It's going to be a fun adventure for you to have. I'm actually feeling like really excited about it for you. So again, very specific message, not for everyone, but if you're wavering, should I stay? Should I go? What do I do? This could also be where some of this anxiety is coming in. Go on the trip. I feel like it's going to be really expansive and beautiful for you, and you need to go. And I'm being called to remind you guys that, and if you look on these cards too, we have signs pointing in different directions. We have signs pointing in different directions. And I'm being called to remind you guys that you can never choose the wrong way to go in this journey of life. The angels, your guides, they've always got your back. You're never going to make the wrong decision. You're going to experience what you need to experience, and they're always there with you. You're not going to be punished. I feel like some of you need to hear that. You're not going to be punished for, and I'm quotes here, making the wrong decision, because there isn't one. You just do what's best for you. And even if you decide not to go on this trip, it's still not the wrong decision. But this is confirmation. If you've been wavering, go on the trip. And I'm feeling like this thinking man card is, there's a lot of intellectual energy here. So you might be really using that intellectual energy to make these decisions, or kind of like weighing pros and cons. And I actually feel like that's a good thing for you to do right now, is to focus more on that logical side and less on maybe this brokenhearted anxiety emotional side. And let some of that logical side take over and take some of that burden of the emotion off of you is what's coming through. You can always call upon the angels. So we have the angel of strength here, and she will help you feel strong, feel like you can get through things, and really pull through your sense of power again. I feel like some of you have lost that. And also, so this applies to both the people where like the broken relationship applies, and also those where it doesn't, is we can lose our sense of power when we're overwhelmed or we don't feel like we have the support. But I really feel that supportive energy is coming through for you this month, and it's going to help renew your sense of power that you have, where you feel powerful because you don't have to go it alone. And this is a reminder that you don't, and you're not gonna make the wrong decision. You're not gonna go the wrong way. You're supported, very much supported. And I feel like all this energy is leading to this cornucopia, where there's this beautiful gratitude, there's this beautiful abundance, and you see all the wonderful things you have in your life. I feel like maybe some of this anxiety and brokenhearted energy, even if it's not linked to romance, I feel like for some of you, this energy is more, you feel like maybe I don't, specifically coming through someone's boss that they feel like kind of betrayed them, or they feel brokenhearted because you had this sense of loyalty that was challenged, is focus on what you have, not what you don't have, but you actually have a lot. Like, it's not going to take much to kind of shift that focus, because this isn't, oh, I gotta think of all these things I have when I'm feeling a lot of lack. You actually have a lot, and you're going to be bringing in these very, very supportive connections this month. So let's pull some more. Okay. Okay. All kinds of stuff popping out. All right. So we have firecracker, excitement. Yeah, that's where I was feeling like, woo, going on this trip. It just feels very exciting and fun. Needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. So this could be the wish that you move through, like this help that you want to have this holiday season, you'll get it. It could be the wish of wanting to move through some of this anxiety and this fear, and that's coming for you. Hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Yeah, back to these helping connections. That's coming through for you very strongly. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. I feel like a lot of you, it's this fresh start from this romance. And also maybe it feels like also a renewed connection with the people around you that are coming in to help, where maybe you wouldn't have asked for help, that you're going to have like almost like a reset in that relationship where you can rely on them. February. Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. Flowers, happiness. Weeping willow, family sorrow. Bell, announcement. April. And butterfly, a change for the better. Yeah, so let me just kind of tune in, because we're getting a lot of different things coming in here. I feel like with this announcement and family sorrow, again, very specific, I feel like some announcement is going to kind of bring about this feeling of sorrow in the family, but I don't feel like this energy is going to stay around long. I'm not exactly sure what it is, and likely because it's a general reading or you're just not meant to know yet, but I feel like this energy is going to quickly move through, and especially with this February card, I'm feeling like it's either going to come in February or you're going to have worked through it by February. And then situations in the balance that require careful handling. So there's a few things coming through. So it's going to be whatever this announcement and family sorrow thing is coming through. For some of you, it's that trip where you need to carefully decide if you want to go or not. Like I said, I'm feeling to tell you to go, but that is ultimately your decision to make. And that, where I was talking about being more logical about it, could help you with that. But I feel like we have this butterfly, we have April, we have this, notice like this flower sort of nature energy, that there's going to be a lot of happiness, that these changes that are coming into your life, even this announcement, is going to end up being for the better. And a lot of times we don't see that until hindsight, right? Where we just see the initial thing that's hard to deal with. But it's going to, whatever these things that are happening, these changes in December are going to bring you ultimately happiness. It's going to be for the better. You're going to have like this fresh start energy. This renewed hope is also what's coming through. This excitement, but take that helping hand. Make sure to ask for what you want from the people around you. Again, like I was saying right away, is you need to ask so they can help you, because they want to help. And you can trust yourself to navigate through this, is also what I'm hearing. So I'm going to pull a couple love specific cards. I do have a reading up for the 12 zodiac signs for the month of December going into January. So if you want to get a little more specific on this, you can of course watch that. But let's pull here. So if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Right. So as you're moving through and like making your pros and cons list, I feel like for some of you, this is about a person. sometimes the logic isn't going to work out, right? So this is telling you use both, but ultimately go with your gut, go with your heart, because although our list may say, oh, there's all these cons, there's also all these pros, I'm feeling that we cannot quite describe with logic and words. So it is really a balance of using both depending on the situation that's coming through. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship is being healed this very moment. Yeah, so for those of you where like this brokenhearted thing doesn't apply, this breakup, you may though be feeling like you want a stronger connection with your partner, and that is coming through, where just imagine, this healing energy coming through, and it will help you repair your relationship. And I am very strongly feeling like asking for help is going to help a lot of this healing energy come through, because you're going to feel supported in ways you haven't in a while, and it's going to bring you closer together. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow with faith. Right, so here we go. New ventures, a fresh start. The past is behind you. Embrace new possibilities. There's a new path. Change for the better. So however this love energy resonates for you, whether you're partnered, whether you're not, it's always good. We always carry a lot of baggage with us to release that, to bring in the new. We have to let go of the old to bring in the new. And this is really reminding you to do that, especially in your romantic life. So let's pull an animal totem card. Raccoon. Masked marauder in the night, resourceful, curious, tactile, resilient. Ceremony, ritual, the shaman's journey. Pay meticulous attention to hygiene and diet. So I feel like you are feeling very resourceful. You're feeling very curious about the future. Ceremony really stood out, and this isn't going to apply to everyone, but I am feeling maybe an engagement is on its way for some of you for December, which is amazing. And when the ritual card is coming into, I feel like there's some holiday rituals maybe that you're really either dreading and having anxiety about, or you are really looking forward to. But either way, ask for that help to make this December the best you can for yourself and those around you. And I'm hearing you're not isolated. Don't isolate yourself. So and that's part of the shaman's journey too, is the shaman's journey is a very solitary journey, and I'm getting two here for this. So this is actually where we want to do the opposite of that, where we want to come together, not apart. So you're being encouraged to not take that shaman's journey, that lone journey. You want to heal with others and bring others in and have those connections versus pushing them away. Let go of any negativity and walk tall. Decorate yourself with grace. Make it your reality. Yeah, so like we were talking about, like letting the past go and letting go of some of this anxiety. Again, it's easy for me to just say, let it go. It's not that easy, but call on your angel of strength to remember your personal power. And this is going to help you release some of that. And then we have a river of love flows through you when you let go. Again, so releasing this past is going to allow that new love, and that, whether it's self-love, love for family, romantic love, all kinds of love, it's going to allow all that in when you release some of that other stuff. So I hope that was helpful. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.